We're talking rifle, baseball, track and field, golf, and basketball. Let's dive into this week's sports report. Starting off, women's rifle is headed to the NCAA championships for the 12th straight year. The Horned Frogs hosted Air Force this past Saturday in an NCAA qualifier where the Frogs put together an impressive performance, shooting their 6th highest score in program history and securing a spot in those 8 spots for the NCAA championships. Now, the Horned Frogs will find out who they compete against later this month when the selection show airs. Now get excited, Frog fans. It's baseball season, and the Frogs are back this weekend to take on Long Beach State in their first home series of this 2018 season. Come out and support the Frogs. Now moving on, indoor track and field is competing this weekend in the Big 12 championships, and keep an eye on the men's 4x4 team that has been breaking records and making some impressive times this season. And both men's and women's golf competed last week and both finished 6th overall. Now the men in Palm Desert entered into the final day ranked 9th overall, but after an impressive final day, the men moved up in the rankings to finish 6th. And the women were in Puerto Rico to kick off this 2018 season for the Frogs, and Annika Clark carded a tournament low score of an even par 71. Now both teams are back in action next week as the women travel to the Woodlands and the men travel to Hilton Head, South Carolina. And finally, earlier this week, I caught up with a familiar face around TCU basketball. I'm joined now by the Kawat Noi from our men's basketball team. Now take me into the locker room right now and the mindset of this team heading into these final games of conference play.
Coach is really emphasizing, just being ready, competing, defensively especially. These last few practices has been intense, just going forward to hopefully let's see if we can make the NCAA tournament, make history in this school. So, yeah, these last few days and few weeks, I've just been, coach has been preaching, just being competitive, compete against each other and just looking after each other, really, and just having your teammates back.
And you talked about Coach wanting to build you guys defensively, and I know I heard him say post-game this weekend that, this team is very offensive-minded, so when you guys are clicking offensively, the defense comes, but sometimes when the offense doesn't come, the defense struggles a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, we're a great offensive team. I think we're like nearly number one in the country right now. But when you such a great offensive team, you're gonna have some mistakes defensively too. So if we put both together, I think we're gonna be a great team.
Now you have 4 more games left in conference. You guys end the season with Texas Tech. That's going to be a tough one on the road. But how important is each one of these games to get?
Oh yeah, very important. Everyone has to chip in and just look after each other and just being ready to play every game like it's their last.
And I feel like heading into March, this is especially the time when in basketball you guys got to be clicking. So is this team? How are you guys feeling together?
Oh yeah, we're feeling great. We're ready to come to practice every day and just competing against each other. But we have a positive mindset. Everyone in the team has a positive mindset that we can make history in this school. So, I'm looking forward for the next couple of weeks.
Making history, I love that, and making plenty of firsts around the basketball program. That's exciting. Now, I want to get to know a little bit more about you. You're from Australia, so what brought you to TCU?
David Patrick, he was the first one to ever recruit me. It's a funny story to it. I was going to school with my brother one time, my older brother, and I got a message on my phone from an LSU coach. It's like, I want to recruit you and stuff like that. I've never been so happy because I never got recruited before. Then ever since then, just that relationship built up, and I got a chance to play at Montverde Academy in Florida. I came here. Then I just progressed, got better and better. Then just got the opportunity to get a scholarship here. Then I just came here.
And how special was it this past summer? I know you guys took a trip to Australia to take your team back.
Oh yeah, it was great. Just being able to see my family and my friends that I grew up with. And it was just a blessing just to be there. The first game, all my family came down. My mother and my dad, they haven't seen me play for so long. And just to be able to play in front of them was just a blessing.
Now, I'm from California, and I have a hard time being away from my family. So how do you do it with your family in Australia?
I get questioned about that a lot. It's just sacrifices you have to make in life. I signed up to play basketball, so just sacrifice you got to do. Not everyone can do it, but, that's just something I'm building to, and I'm just trying to make them happy.
Well, you're doing it, and this team is clicking, so I know you're making them happy back at home.
Yes, I am.
Well, cool. I appreciate you coming and chatting with us. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Now, stay tuned. There's more to come here on Horned Frogs Nation as Brian Estridge sits down with Coach Peevely.